No, exactly. I'm not expecting to be using this to me.
Right. What's up? What's up? Here. It's swim. Oh my god, are you serious? Fuck. I'm gonna tell you what, man, I'm just having a fucking night. And shit. Shit flew all the way over there. Jesus. All right. Hey, maybe we can actually get started now. Jesus Christ. Maybe. Sup, Kivitz?
At the former command center of the Planetary Defense Forces. Not much left to save here.
The Dark Elder are the masters of subterfuge and ambush. These inexperienced soldiers had no chance against them.
The dispatches mentioned a newly arrived officer in charge of reintegrating the troops into the Imperial war machine.
Etheric triangulation subroutines identify familiar warp signatures again. A Drukhari webway gate is open in the area.
That
Well, that's
must be the
good.
portal the Reavers use to transport their prisoners. That's useful information.
It's gonna be A. I picked up something from the store on the way home. Something I could just throw in the microwave. It's probably, yeah.
Inquisitor, Lord Commissar Scarhurst at your command.
True.
Isn't it a nice day for our last rally against the Xenos?
Aren't you way too pessimistic to keep morale up?
Ah, a misunderstanding. This will be their
I don't know,
last day
sometimes
in this Forsaken Valley.
sometimes you
We're
can
going to give
get kind of
those
lucky
Xenos
with
a
those
good thrashing.
off-brands.
What are they doing exactly?
The Xenos are pillaging and taking prisoners from Gladius Hive. Our troops tried to stop one of the slaver convoys but fell victim to a sudden ambush. I'm planning to move against their main forces directly and cut off the head of this filthy operation.
I could be of some
Right,
assistance,
yeah.
Lord Commissar. I have the coordinates to their temporary webway portal. Send out your men to secure the area, while I close down the Xenos escape route.
At your command.
Or it's just so bad for you that, you know, for it to make sense to be eating healthy, it's got to be like nothing. I only ate one piece. Yeah, but that one piece was 7 million calories. Yeah, that's usually who we have. Barilla. That's what we have at our house. My girlfriend likes pasta quite a bit, so we have a bunch of different varieties of pasta, which is usually by Barilla. Yeah.
This has no place in our galaxy.
Well, I'd imagine if you ingested 7 million calories in one tiny serving, you'd be dead. That's some concentrated calories. Sounds like a good plot for a horror movie, huh?
Johnny, she's waiting for you.
Pasta of Cthulhu. Yeah. The Marinara Trench.
See? I told you that your plan was nothing but a failed attempt to prove your worth. It is only a filthy human. Do you really think this poorly of me? I can sense the spark of burning zeal in this chunk of unadorned flesh. You are always underestimating the power of their belief. In any case, I will activate the pain catalysts while you are amusing yourself here. You think you can challenge me, worthless human? I have destroyed entire civilizations before your kind crawled out into the void.
You can forget your empty theatrics. Your Wizened Master has already left, and I truly don't care.
You have killed an incubus, Inquisitor, on your own. A part of me is glad.
And I have destroyed their portal. Although, it might have been too late. A homunculus has escaped. I suspect you already know what that is.
Yes, I do. One of the ancient flesh sculptors. And he could be connected to the recent complications in Gladius Hive.
I'm on my way back. You can brief me on the ship.
Yeah, maybe 4. Maybe 4. Well, that man stopper round that I've got it buffed, so it does a lot of damage, and it already does decent damage as it is. Yeah, then this does 100%. It does 100% more damage to bosses and stuff as well. Plus, I have it buffed with a few other things. Yeah, man, fucking Manstopper is just like, and they have no lot more. At least right now it is. I need to get through the campaign to get all the stuffs unlocked. I haven't even unlocked all the crafting things yet. I don't have enough fate.
Inquisitor, you have entered the vaults of the Blessed Machines. Stop those creatures before they destroy the anchor engines.
What kind of machinery would this be?
The blessed instruments crafted by the Cult Mechanicus. They channel the powers of prayers and alleviate warp energies to prevent this moon from drifting into the heart of the anomaly.
In other words, I must not let the Black Legion destroy them.
Act before it's too late. Face them in the engine rooms before they bring destruction on everything here.
He took a couple of those, couple of those 7 million calorie ones.
Brother Tailhawk, is there anything I should know about these sacred machines?
You must be exceptionally careful in the main engine room. We could only imagine what would happen if the Blessed Anchors were destroyed.
You mean besides being swallowed by the warp surge?
There have been omens. We have been plagued by holy premonitions about a sudden
You know what I've
upsurge
noticed a
in the
lot as
anomaly.
the more I've played through this, is how destructible the environments are, especially the old cities. Like those buildings will just collapse and fall in on you. It's fucking cool.
You are guilty.
I actually got to, so I've got to pilot a mech and a tank. The tank sucks with a controller, dude. The tank is shitty with the controller. Yeah, there is. And it's not quite it's not really, well, it might be an achievement, but it's heroic deed, which gives you a perk, I believe. So it's not just an achievement if it's an achievement.
Oil unclean.
Well, there's one. The way it moves and a couple of guns are fine, but the main cannon, and when it wants to auto target, it takes a minute to charge the shot. So if you press a button and you don't know where it's targeting, it'll sit there. The tank will spin on its own and try to find the target, and then stop, and it has to charge. So it's like you're in a mob, and you're trying to like shoot the cannon, and the tank keeps turning instead of firing, and it's like.
Kill the heretic.
So I did not, the tank, as soon as I could get out of the tank, I did. No tank. Fuck that tank.
Inquisitor, we have detected an incoming void craft. The vessel is approaching the moon at considerable
I'm
speed.
still deathless, man. I haven't
Stay
died
alert
yet.
and keep me updated. Loading.
Yeah, yeah. Got a couple of scares, but
Now you're gone.
I think it's like when you get later on is when it starts to get more difficult. I don't think it was really, because the way that you can change the difficulties up There's even like tarot cards you can use that'll bump it by plus 11 on the difficulty. So I think just your baseline difficulty is meant to be pretty easy. Yeah.
Kill the heretic.
Yeah, I'm trying to just get through the campaign. No, it doesn't let you change the difficulty on the campaign missions. Campaign missions are kind of static on your level. But you can do those randomly generated missions that are higher levels.
Loading.
But also you have the skip campaign feature that apparently you just have to play through the campaign one time and then you can skip the campaign for the rest of your, well, as you know. Yeah, no, there is to make it easier, but why would you want to make it easier? It's already easy enough as it is. But yeah, you're right. You can lower the difficulty, but I don't even bother because it's... No, you don't. You don't. Just one character. You just need to play the campaign one time. And then you can skip around and everything you've unlocked for like progression and whatnot. There's things that are account wide as well that stays unlocked. So, dude, this game's got a lot of shit going on with it. It's not...
Inquisitor,
this game's way deeper than I was initially thought.
The rest of the traitors must be in the main engine room.
But it is just a looter. It's just run maps and loot. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Especially considering how long the campaign's actually taking me to get through.
Inquisitor, the incoming vessel is transmitting inquisitorial authentication codes.
Yeah, and not only that as well, when you start a new non-campaign character, you choose if you want to be, which morality you want to be there. So the choices in the campaign that makes it if you're a radicalist or a Puritan, you just choose if you want to be one or the other, instead of, you know, making the choices by going through the campaign. So.
They are asking us to surrender.
Tell them you have engine malfunctions. I'll deal with them later. They are destroying the anchor machines.
The tide of darkness is upon us. Fight, Inquisitor. Fight until death grants you eternal glory.
the machines have been seriously damaged.
We are doomed then. Sooner or later, the warp will engulf this moon for good.
Got the
I'm
minigun
returning to
and
my ship to
the
deal with another
and
urgent matter.
Hellbreak.
Are you
Try
ready
that out
to join
tonight.
me?
I cannot leave, Inquisitor. I took an oath, and I will not leave.
Ooh. Hey, that's pretty cool. I was looking for something to replace one of my perks. There we go.
The Inquisitorial ship is in orbit around the moon. If we don't surrender, they will purge my ship on charges of heresy. I don't understand. I've already warned them that we have an Inquisitor on board.
I will talk to the Inquisitor in charge.
What are you going to do? I can't engage a ship belonging to the Holy Ordos.
The Inquisition is a colossal organization with several factions. It must be an unrelated operation. It happens. They must be investigating the warp anomaly.
They have dispatched a dropship to the cathedral as we speak.
Interesting. Maybe it's not about the anomaly, but Uth's vestiges. I'll return to the moon. What is happening down there? The Vox channels went insane a few hours ago.
Instead of retreating as they are wont to do, the Dark Elder have begun to kill Imperial citizens in Gladius Hive. It's a massacre.
That wretched homunculus. It must be part of his plan. I must find that creature immediately.
Oh, and this game is kind of like Last Epoch. Your offline and online character are completely different. Or your offline and online accounts are completely different. Yeah, you can lower it. What is that? I mean, in all honesty, I'm not getting... Oh, no, you can. Okay. My bad, dude. My bad. You can increase the difficulty. My bad. I put it on hard. Put it on extreme. Guess I have to eat those words, dude. I'm completely wrong on that. Not much, though.
This is revolting. The Dark Elder truly went on a rampage in the Hive.
It's most unusual. The Drukhari are sadistic, insane torturers, but their raids are methodical, almost surgical in execution. This mindless massacre looks...
But I mean,
almost
if I'm taking out bosses in 3 shots, I mean, maybe I should up the difficulty a little bit, right?
You must be connected to this vile display of cruelty. I need to find that homunculus. Degenerated into sadistic mongrels.
Yeah. I guess we'll see. Yeah. Yeah, it's not, the grunts aren't too much. We'll see right here, huh?
Send word to Lord Thiss. We've run out of time.
We've run out of
Needs to
time.
accelerate the rate of
Get
extraction.
the chopper. Hey, I got knocked over.
Squire Skulls couldn't find any significant proof of life in the area. There is, however, a strange anomaly in the motive force in the vicinity.
Oh my god. I spoke to, oh shit.
Mark the location of that machine.
I guess when it said overwhelmed, I was really overwhelmed. Oh no! And this is where I'm gonna die.
Must be purified.
Oh yeah! All right, that was a couple of butt glitches on that one. Especially when I kept getting like knocked over. That was not good. Now I know how it feels when I do it to them. Those dudes are fast. This makes me feel like late game's gonna be fucking chaotic. Like crazy amounts of mobs, huh?
soldiers put up quite a fight to defend this station. I'd rather access the logs to see the last few transmissions.
Playing around with some of these settings.
Reloading. No, the Xenos. Kill the Xenos.
How's it going? How's it going, dude? Not too bad. Just trying to get through the campaign in this game to get.
Your last raid, Drukhari.
My inventory must be full. I've got to be close then, right? I think so. I mean, you can make season characters, so.
You have proven much more efficient than I expected, Ape. I wish we had more time. I could craft your pain-seared flesh into something more formidable.
I was formidable enough against you.
This is a cruel world. The So, it has come to this, human. What a waste of life essence and sweet suffering. But you leave me no choice. I need to...
Magos, do you have any idea what this unholy contraption could be?
No.
Biotelemetry
I am not a
measures
Warhammer
point
nerd.
to one plausible explanation. These Xenox devices seem to collect pain, fear, vitality, and negative energies released during battles and other acts of violence. Judging by the picked recording of your skirmish, the machines could also transfer the accumulated energy to the Drakari to revitalize them.
That must be the reason why they began murdering the entire population of this hive.
Triangulation is complete. I have the coordinates of the remaining pain catalysts. You should return to the ship immediately.
The planetary Vox chatter paints a disturbing picture of the situation. What are you going to do?
All the pain catalysts must be destroyed as soon as possible. But it will take weeks until the Astra Militarium reinforcements arrive. It will be too late by then.
I have the solution you need.
What is it?
Your old acquaintance, the Freeblade Knight called the Crimson Wanderer. Captain Grexus has safely landed on the planet. The pilot, Sir Ambrose Caradoc.
The Emperor has blessed us. This chip.
I guess maybe I should look at these first. Cool. Yeah. I'm going to be honest with you, man. I started the other night, I lost the plot, and I'm starting to regain it. So I've kind of just been in autopilot mode, just like doing missions. I try to keep up with it, but I'm just like, man, I want to get through this. I missed something somewhere, and I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I'm still paying attention to it, but... We could do something interesting with this one. I think what happened is they've got DLC that got mixed in somewhere, and I think I started like another storyline when I was in the middle of another one, and they've blended together, and I'm like, wait, what? And I think that's what happened. Some of the DLC missions have popped up, and I didn't know they were DLC missions, and I just chose it as I was going along. Don't see anything. Well, what we got here? That's kind of cool. Can I not? Okay, you have to manually do it on that. Yeah, that's fine. I didn't really care much for that. Anyway, I was just seeing how the sockets work. Do I have enough? No, I don't have enough yet. Oh. Okay, that last mission was on extreme. I think I'm gonna turn the difficulty down a little bit. It really didn't give me a whole lot more. If I want to get other shit, I go to those other missions and use those tarot cards. Might get one more fate and fucking what, one more glory. So I got Wretched said he'd play Space Marine 2 with us. So we just gotta have to.
Remember, Knight,
oh, one of
that
these
the
missions. I
existence of these pain
hate these
catalysts
fucking
is a sin
vehicle-based
against the
missions in
machine
this.
god. A mockery of everything the Omnisire has taught us. The Auger scanners have successfully detected
Maybe this
their
one's
location.
not so bad with the
Destroy
controller.
them all.
A task worthy of my mighty war machine. Onward!
Yes, I have.
Inquisitor, it is an honor to fight alongside you again. I have been wandering the Tenebra subsector for a while, employing my skills wherever they were needed. But this is where I belong, on the battlefield. Gruesome war machines. What are these?
Unholy fusion of metal and flesh, fueled by torment. You don't want to know more, sir, I assure you.
The Crimson Wanderer will deliver you from your pain, creature. This abominable contraption was no match for the Crimson Wanderer.
Careful. These are the Dark Elder, masters of terror and agony. And now they are ready to fight to their last breath. This task isn't complete yet.
Fear not! The blaze of the blessed furnaces and the thunder of my holy weaponry will banish these creatures from our world.
first thing that ever caught my attention from Warhammer 40k was the fucking mechs. I used to see those guys play on those big tables. They had all little miniatures. Those big mechs were the first thing that caught my attention at the game shops. I don't know, it's like, I guess that was why I never really got into it back then, was that's what I thought it was it was like tabletop miniature game. And I just wasn't really into that kind of stuff when I was a teenager. I mean, I thought it was cool, but I just wasn't into playing it. You know, I had a girlfriend and a car, and that's not really what it was. I was a nerd. It's just, this was just what I was into. Something I was into other things. Rift was what I was into. I know, because these things suck, man. God, if they fucking would move.
Listen to me, worthless mortals. We are the cabal of the Jagged Maze.
I'm not a fan of the vehicle missions, to be honest. I think they're clunky and they're just, they don't fucking react.
I will give you one final warning. What you have seen so far is nothing but a glimpse of our mighty armies. Lay down your weapons and come to me begging for mercy. Otherwise, you will perish miserably and watch your precious worlds burn. Leave this subsector to us and never return.
I can see myself getting into this. This game's fun, and it's. I know exactly what kind of game this is, and I like games like this. I kind of kicking myself for not playing it sooner, so I could kind of been more into it when it was, you know, had more of a player base to it, I guess. But it looks like the devs have kept up with it. I mean, the last update was November, so I mean, but Kibitz was saying that they had a big like overhaul to the game not too long ago, so it might be in a different spot from when you played it last.
My task is complete. My heart is filled with pride. If you don't mind, Inquisitor.
Oh, dude, the tanks suck. I hate the tank. Especially on a controller. Trying like its main cannon auto targets, and it'll sit there and try to like turn slowly to get into position to fire. And it's just like, come the fuck on, dude. I don't even use the main cannon. Which is sad because, you know, that should be the most powerful thing that it's got. You really have to use the lock-on, and the lock-on doesn't work unless you're in like just a particular range. This dude's not taking any damage. Let's get out of here. Yeah, the prophecy with DLC was November, wasn't it? Like late last year?
You have a message from the Conclave. That was quick. They must have followed this investigation very closely.
I am very satisfied with the results of your investigation, Inquisitor. You have been relentless in your pursuit of these Xenos invaders and showed the Drukhari that the worlds of Imperium are not their hunting ground. Your report revealed your dissatisfaction over the number of human casualties. We are all aware that this is an inevitable consequence of the Dark Elder raids. The only defense against them is ruthless retaliation. They are a dying race, Inquisitor. They can't afford any great losses.
Inquisitor.
Inquisitor, I have an assignment for you that might be connected with the previous investigations in the subsector. We have a situation in the Rotwang system, which is one of the systems that have been affected more significantly by long isolation. The Administratum still hasn't been able to re-establish communications with the Rotwang planetary governor. They could only reach some mid-ranking prefects who voiced all kinds of excuses. The Imperium cannot tolerate this kind of attitude. What is even more troubling, an envoy of the Milarium Tempestus, led by Lord Commissar Scarherds, has disappeared after visiting the governor's palace on the Void Station Dicaster. The Commissar is one of your acquaintances from a prior mission, if I am not mistaken.
November 29th is when it had
the governor and locate the Lord Commissar. The Emperor protects.
The major update with the Hierophant class. That was November 12th of last year. 2024, November 12th. So that was when the new class came out. So I mean that's still more recent than Grim Dawn. Okay, so we've been doing the Uther's Tomb, so we're gonna stick with that one. I think this is what's happened is I'm jumping around storylines.
Inquisitor, you have returned to the sepulchre. You are truly blessed with zeal and courage.
I have no choice but to recover that relic before catastrophe strikes.
You are running out of time. I will pray for you, Inquisitor.
Inquisitor, you are interfering with my mission. I must command you to leave.
I shall not. You will surrender, and I will take the vestiges. Your methods make a mockery of our sacred doctrines.
I seriously doubt it. My investigation has been sanctioned by the Conclave since the earliest stages.
Allow me to rephrase it for you. It has been sanctioned by Lord Maldor. But Lord Maldor is currently facing
This reminds me of Two Human, and I
grand
really
and
liked Two Human, and I'm
decisions.
really sad that it
Simply
didn't
cannot
get
allow a relic of
its
such importance
sequels
fall into
or
the
it's
hands
the
of
rest
someone
of
who
the games that
contradicts
were
the
supposed to go along
purity
with
of
it.
our dogma.
I will not allow.
Because that was such a cool like idea,
This is my mission. This is my fate.
especially
You
for an
have left me no
ARPG. It's
choice,
just
Inquisitor.
such a cool idea.
So, this is the tomb of Uther Tiberius. It is somewhat underwhelming. I finally have his rosette. But where is his body?
We have never seen the body. We were sworn to protect the sacred relic alone.
Even in death, Uther Tiberius presents another mystery.
You must leave, Inquisitor. Don't be concerned about me. I will stand guard here.
What will happen to you?
I will begin the most glorious task of my long servitude. I will keep watch on that gaping wound in the void. I will toll the bells and call our holy warriors here to fight the endless tides of destruction.
May the Emperor give you strength, brother.
Oh, look at this shit.
I see festering nightmares walking the decks. Bloated bodies swollen with foul corruption. Creatures that no longer
These
feel pain.
cutscenes are
The martyr
so
is
did
in
not
danger.
age as well as they
I
could
must
have.
return immediately.
Some of them look really rough, but it is what it is. The charm's still there. There's a few that look really rough. That one wasn't too bad, but it didn't get very detailed either.
Inquisitor, we have returned to the coordinates of the martyr. I'm afraid there have been some troubling developments.
Explain, Captain.
We have detected a void ship in the service of chaos near the martyr. Sensorium data shows that Uther's monastery is teeming with the forces of Nurgle. This is not a raiding party, but a full-scale invasion, Inquisitor. What is your plan?
The martyr has become an infested war zone. I cannot open up the stasis chamber at the moment. It would be too hazardous. I will deal with Nurgle's filth first.
We got new missions. So we'll start this one. The mystery is the Rotwang. Rotwang. That just sounds, oh man. Sounds like a bad night in Amsterdam, right? Backwater system called Rotwang.
Inquisitorial clearance codes and binary rosette ready for transmission.
If there is one thing I have learned from my previous encounters, if you suspect any Dark Elder presence, it is better to arrive unannounced.
Request noted. Monitoring of the adjacent segment of the void in progress. Traffic around the void station is scarce.
Inquisitor, what an honor to have you here. How may I be of service?
Take me to the governor, now.
I'm terribly sorry, but the governor is indisposed. May I suggest that you wait for him in the Red Salon until he gets dressed?
I won't wait. Open the door or you will regret it.
If you insist. Yes. Please enter.
That's right. Just open the damn door.
Expected. The governor is dead. Can't even pain. Reloading. Tech braced. Do you copy?
Affirmative. Scramblers currently in operation throughout the entire complex. Evacuation is impossible. Proceed to the hangar. Warning. Dark Eldar presence has been multiplied significantly. Evacuation vessel inbound. Defense systems deactivated via Inquisitorial override codes. Did you execute your primary objectives?
No. The governor is dead, and the Lord Commissar is still missing. But I have information that could lead me to his current whereabouts. See you on the ship.
Ooh, loot box. Yeah, that's right, Kibitz. This kill 250 enemies with the collapsing structures and explosive barrels gives you an attribute point. Remember, it was something that it gave you something as well, so it's good stuff.
The governor has been dead for a while now. The Xenos are clearly using the palace as a facade, and manipulating the entire system through the formal channels of the Imperial administration. They have enlisted the aid of traitors, and dragged off others to a prison camp.
And that's where we're going now, right?
You know me too well, Captain. If the Lord Commissar is alive, he could be there.
You are entering a Dark Elder prison camp. You must be aware that you're going to witness the true depths of depravity these creatures are capable of.
The Emperor's will I carry will illuminate my way. With
Inquisitor. Just imagine my joy. You did decide to visit my little Palace of Delights. You will be a nice addition to my collection of screaming statues.
I have already disposed one of your fellow flesh-crafting abominations.
Yes, I have heard about that. Am I angry? Not really. He was my second in command in the Covenant. Let me tell you a little secret. Whatever happened to him, he deserved that. But enough of empty threats.
My thoughts exactly.
He just shoved a shotgun in his gut. Wow!
Visitor, pain is the most exquisite spice in our hollow existence. Pain nourishes our souls.
I'll give you the puzzle box, dude. I get it.
Staring off the darkest fate imaginable. But your kind is using pain like a simple, blunt tool. Such a waste. You are trying very hard to make me kill you. I don't want you to die a swift death. What would be the pleasure in that?
Lord Commissar, you are alive.
My anger and my stubbornness kept me alive. Inquisitor, you should prepare for an ambush.
No.
Are you all right?
As soon as I have a chance to bash some Xenos' heads, I will be right as the rain.
What happened?
I was captured in the governor's palace. Never saw him coming. These creatures are crafty mongrels, I'll give them that.
I couldn't agree more.
They killed my men but brought me here. Turns out my soul is as strong as steel. I should take it as a compliment, I suppose. And they need strong people for the process. That's how they called it. We are all catalysts, whatever that means.
They are building infernal machines here. And I have unfinished business with the monster in command here.
That disgusting old creature has a laboratory here. I don't have fond memories of the place. You will probably find him there.
I'm on my way. I cannot allow him to escape. Stay here until my retinue arrives.
I'd rather find a weapon, if you don't mind, and see what I can do to these monsters until then. Good luck, Inquisitor.
Thank you, sir.
Loading!
I am so disappointed in you, Inquisitor. You destroyed my playthings and made a huge mess of this place.
And now I have the cheek to destroy you as well.
You also set back my research considerably. Therefore, I have decided to kill you after all. That is unfortunate. I was just getting accustomed to this body.
Like ants.
I'm afraid this webway gate is the only clue left. Any ideas, Tech Priest?
The Eldari webway is way too complex to survey by conventional ways.
And what about unconventional ways?
Etheric triangulation may be a suitable method to locate matching warp patterns in a very limited range.
Do your best, Tech Priest. If there are any other Drukhari forces left in this system, I must find them.
Analysis of the warp signatures recorded at the portal is now complete.
And where does the portal lead?
To an inconceivably complex, constantly changing extra-dimensional labyrinth that even our blessed technology is unable to explore.
You don't say. For a second there, I thought you were describing the webway.
Voice analysis detected traces of sarcasm. Shall I activate the sociolinguistic subroutine?
That won't be necessary. So, where is the other exit?
Correction. There is an almost infinite number of other exits. Assumption. You want me to narrow the range parameter to the Rotwang system. There is one exit.
I want the coordinates now. We need to get there as soon as possible.
Give me that one exit. This motherfucker, man. Just give me them. I guess, you know, that's what AI is going to be like.
Tech Priest, your calculations were correct. This must be the last remaining Drukhari hideout in the Rotwang system.
The calculations are always correct. Usually missing data corrupts the equation. Suggested course of action. Initiate purgation protocols.
This is a viper's nest. I might need some reinforcements if the situation gets out of control. Tell my men to stand by.
It's the human beast. We should leave, Archon.
Don't be a fool. Without the paint sculptor, we stay and fight. Activate the Demented.
Something is happening to us. This cabal is clearly losing. Why? What am I missing?
These creatures are very consistent, even in their cruelty. Their cabals are waging constant battles amongst themselves, and the punishment for failure is worse than death.
They must be protecting something very important here.
That would be my guess as well.
That must be the fabled Demented. A fitting name for a creation of an insane mind.
Sensors indicate an inner chamber in your vicinity. Proceed cautiously.
What has happened to you, creature? Did you fall from grace?
I am not afraid to admit that I require your assistance. Even if you are a member of an inferior race. I am Malach. And you should know that I am the genius who conceived the prototype for the mighty pain catalysts.
That would be enough reason to kill you right here.
A short-sighted but ultimately understandable sentiment. My work was understandably desired by many, and the cabal of the Jagged Maze sent a coterie of dissonants to kidnap me. They locked me up and tortured me until I built them the first pain catalysts.
I thought your kind isn't bothered by pain.
There is a mild discomfort. However, they started to take away things from me. Memories, abilities, organs, and they destroyed my invaluable bestiary. It contained the most extraordinary specimen. For that, they deserve all the suffering in this bleak universe.
Tell me, why should I care?
We have common enemies. Inquisitor. Let me through the webway gate and my coven, the prophets of flesh, will do anything in our power to destroy the Jagged Maze.
They have been wiped out from these systems.
You are a fool if you believe that you've seen the last of them. But you are not a fool, are you? But their defeat and humiliation undermines their positions. There is nothing more dangerous in our society than any sign of weakness. Let me exist, and I will be the herald of their failure.
Mission complete. I'm heading back to the ship.
Have you successfully eradicated the Xenox threat?
For the moment, I have dealt a mighty blow to one of their despicable cabals. And these worlds are safe for now. But I'm afraid that this is not the end. Far from it.
Far from over. Yeah. Okay, so that's the end of this storyline. Short and sweet. What was that, like 3 maps? Not too bad. Ooh. Wow. Wow, that's I don't have a choice now. They're like, you're gonna do this one. Invaders on the Martyr. This must be main story stuff, huh?
Inquisitor, the Martyr has begun transmitting bursts of noospheric bleed. It is a call for help initiated by the machine spirit. The message asserts that the main cogitator room is under attack. Sequential shutdown in progress.
Sick beasts. Trying to destroy the brain and the soul of the martyr. I'm on my way. Loading. You are guilty. I slay in thy name.
Yeah.
Inquisitor, secondary computational litanies show an exponentially growing demonic presence on the ship.
Where are these demons coming from?
Unknown.
My ears are bleeding. I must stop this godforsaken noise. You are... Be alone. Hostiles in the vicinity. Decoding. I have arrived in...
Another burst of new sphere bleed received. Decoder prayer wheels activated. Inquisitor, you have been granted access to the data crux in the main cogitator room.
And what might that be?
A data reliquary. High clearance information storage which can be opened exclusively by the Tiberius Rosette with the tag Outburst Subject.
It sounds like the machine spirit is giving me access to the most important records on the Alpha Pariah.
Indeed. The machine spirit has calculated the chances of a total system malfunction. It is 98.5% and growing. Hostiles.
Understood.
What? I didn't realize I was... Maybe I should pay attention to the objective.
Inquisitor, the Martyr has begun transmitting bursts of new spheric bleed. It is a call for help initiated by the machine spirit. The message asserts that the main cogitator room is under attack. Sequential shutdown in progress.
Trying to destroy the brain and soul of the Martyr. I'm on my way.
I guess I went off and started killing things instead of defending that reactor. Defend the reactor.
Secondary computational litanies show an exponentially growing demonic presence on the ship.
What? Where are these demons coming from?
Unknown.
I must stop this infinite noise. I slay in thy name. I couldn't disable the alarm in time. From the side. Silence. Kill the heretic. Loading. I have arrived in the main cogitator.
Another burst of new sphere bleed received. Decoder prayer wheels activated. Inquisitor, you have been granted access to the data crux in the main cogitator room.
And what might that be?
A data reliquary. High clearance information storage which can be opened exclusively by the Tiberius Rosette with the tag Alpha Subject.
Sounds like the machine spirit is giving me access to the most important records on the Alpha Pariah.
Indeed. The machine spirit has calculated the chances of a total system malfunction. It is 98.5% and growing. Of hostiles.
Understood.
fun. Hey, good luck. We've got the blueprint for the bolt gun. Oh.
Primary objective completed. Triggering secondary objective.
I'm about to access the data crux. Tech Priest, I need you to activate your most complex security protocols. I will be transferring an extremely sensitive cogitator file. I have found something that could put the entire Alpha Pariah project into perspective.
Secondary brain functions rerouted to execute holy chants of encryption.
I also need an update on the current situation.
Situation is critical. Sensors indicate a growing number of localized bursts of warp energies on the ship.
Give me the location of the closest anomaly.
Your head on a
You were right. The Marines destroying the Empyrean seals.
Destroyed seals are transforming into local warp gates. Explains the growing ratio of infestation.
We must destroy these. What are they? Libertarian pustules before it's too late.
Inquisitor, your chances of successfully reducing the threat level on the entire ship have been reduced to 0.67%.
That is not how you raise morale, Tech Priest.
The Empyrean seals form a complex matrix on the Martyr. The destruction of the seals fractured the matrix, releasing a constant tide of demons onto the ship. At this rate, the Martyr has an 87.67% chance of turning into a demon engine.
I cannot allow a ship-sized demon engine to roam the sector.
Destroying the pustules on this subdeck might buy you some extra time.
Money!
to introduce myself. I am the Prophet of Decay, harbinger of plague and pestilence, servants of the mighty Nurgle. Allow me to welcome. How do you like our new fortress, the Martyr?
Trust me, you will soon regret coming here, you fool.
Where are your manners, Inquisitor? I only want to talk and negotiate peacefully. You see, I have someone you might want to save. That is what your kind tends to do, correct? I have another worthless mongrel of your corpse, Emperor. An Inquisitor you left to die on this ship.
You have captured Klosterheim? Why? What do you want?
So, that would be his name. Your fellow agent isn't too talkative, you know. He only curses and screams while my sweet poison drips into his wounds, rotting his worthless flesh. But I digress. Come and meet me on Subdeck Beta 7. I'm looking forward to meeting you in person.
Awesome. All right. Oh, that's pretty cool. Well, I should probably call it a night. Even though we are supposed to have a national holiday tomorrow, I still have to work. So, I'm gonna call it a night. You guys take it easy. We'll see you later.